This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
It has been 30 years. The year is 20XX. The Earth has become a giant testicle, and there is nothing left to shave its pubes.
They're everywhere!
It itches!
My eyes!
My ears!
I have come to save the day. It is I, Robo-Kyo.
Whoa! What's that in your hand, Robo-Kyo?
I have the Lawnmower 2.0.
From the revolutionary company Manscaped?
Affirmative.
They offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels.
I will shave the earth with the Lawnmower 2.0.
Whoa.
And I will keep it fresh with the Crop Preserver.
Whoa, that's that anti-chafing ball deodorant. And since the Earth's a giant testicle, that'll come in handy. What else you got in there?
Boxer briefs.
Wow, but I'll wear these every day.
Yeah, I guess Stair could wear those. His junk kind of smells.
I've been just going nude this whole time.
Yeah.
Ever since climate change.
Very unsightly.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this all seems like a great package. Some would say a perfect package.
Perfect package.
Well, if anyone wanted this perfect package, Robo-Kyo, what would they do?
Manscaped.com, 20% off with code BIGHEADS.
That's right.
Wow.
20% off and free shipping when you use the code BIGHEADS at manscaped.com.
Malfunctioning, attacking Swanson with razor.
Oh, God! Ah!
And that was the last I ever saw of Robo-Kyo. He lives on only in my memories.
Manscaped.com. Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. TV Tuners is a podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest
True
TV
fanatics?
news.
Like me?
Yeah, sure. It's the
Like
latest in
me?
TV news. No. And reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and flaming boy,
Oh.
Stairmaster.
Oh, I don't want to be the protagonist.
All right, fine.
I want to be Eisen. I want to be the Eisen-looking guy.
The clipboard guy?
Yes.
All right. With me, as always, is my co-host and clipboard guy, Stairmaster.
Wow, lame.
I'm absolutely no nonsense.
And with us, as always, is our other co-host and fire nun, Kyo-Rain.
Hello.
Yeah, you're a nun.
You're blonde.
Yeah, I'm very attractive and cute, and I'm gonna pray for you, Swanson.
Oh, okay. I mean, that
Do
seems
you
to
do
be.
anything else besides pray?
Yeah, can you do anything else? Has that been displayed at all?
I can hit people over the head with a pipe once.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like you have some knowledge that me and Stairmaster don't.
What?
Let's not worry about it now. Anyway, welcome to TV Tuners. If you love what you're hearing so far, why not go ahead and give us a subscribe on any of the podcatchers of your choice. We're available on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or any of the podcatchers that you adore.
All of them?
Every single one.
They're everywhere.
There's no way we can stop all these podcatchers.
That's right. The only thing that can stop a good podcatcher, or the only thing that can stop a bad podcatcher is a good podcatcher
With a gun.
with a gun.
What about a sword, like I have here?
No. Well, I guess maybe if the podcatcher's like real slow. It's got like some slow buffering time.
Or if it's made out of fire.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if it's made out of fire, you don't want to listen to that podcatcher at all.
Well, I guess that's why it's bad, huh?
Yeah, it's no good. Anyway, you can also find us on Twitter at TV Tuners, or use the hashtag TV Tuners, and we'll give a glance at what you're saying.
Huh, Twitter. That's a social media website where people can go to read about what their friends are up to and the latest news around the world.
That pornography.
Yeah, if you're Stairmaster. Or follow Stairmaster.
Someone's bitter.
Stairmaster has a quality account. I'm not going to have you slandering him.
All right, what's
the
that?
best timeline.
What is Stairmaster's quality Twitter account?
You can find me at StairR1.
And to be clear, that does not stand for real one.
I don't know.
And it's not R1 like on the PS controller either.
It's R1 like on the PS controller.
Oh, okay. Clarification. Okay.
It's region 1 like on the DVD players.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you're in America. Which is not region 1, I don't think.
Uh-oh.
That's impossible.
I'm
Region
being
number
arrested
1! And you can find me on Twitter at Jesse Swanson.
What?
That's right, I'm also on
now.
Twitter.
Wait, your name is Jesse?
Smoke Bomb!
Oh, no!
Okay, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that one. That one didn't make you guys forget anything.
I made me forget. What are we doing?
Twitter, what's your Twitter handle?
Oh, I'm on Twitter at RealKioran. You want me to spell that?
I'm sure they can figure it out.
Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And if
Okay,
you
well,
have
what
any-
if you don't have a Twitter?
Oh, well, why don't you send us an email? If you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kioran?
Uh-oh. I wasn't listening. Is it like television something at somethingorother.net?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you can send
Yeah,
us an
are we-
email, and we'll read it here on the show.
Well, we better.
I mean, it would be rude not to. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get the podcast on the road, huh? What'd you guys watch this week?
Oh, I watched Project A starring Jackie Chan.
Ooh, uh-oh. Well,
I'm
what
not
happened
really
in
sure
this
what
one?
that film is. It's like the 19th century or something. And there's
Uh-huh.
pirates, and they have to beat up the pirates.
Oh, okay.
And there's a bicycle chase scene.
A
And then
bu-
he gets into a clock tower and fights some dudes. It's very good.
There's a bicycle chase scene.
Yes. He does all the stunts.
Oh, okay.
Also,
I
I
mean-
watched
Yeah.
Operation Eastern Condor, directed by Sammo Hung, a common actor who appears in Jackie Chan films and also a director in his own right. About a
how was
bunch
that?
of... Okay, so imagine you have all these prisoners, and you
Mhm.
send them into the war zone on a suicide mission.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah. No, it's pretty great.
What?
The first act is kind of slow, but the finale's pretty great. It ramps up pretty good after that.
Interesting. You know, conspicuously absent in the things that you watch, Starmaster, is the thing that you took a solidarity vow to watch with me.
Okay, I did watch Harley Quinn for 9 minutes before giving up.
So you would say that is what?
A tune out?
Oh, okay. Well, as we recall, of course, Kioran gave it a tune in, which means that I guess now I'm the deciding vote on this.
And I gave it a tune in.
Yeah, you decided to change your
us.
yeah, you decided to change your vote to a tune in last week.
Oh, because I didn't want to watch it.
Oh, well, have you decided to change your vote then?
Yeah, it's a tune out because I'm avoiding it like the plague.
Well, I did
Yeah.
watch. I did watch all of the second episode, and yeah, that's a tune out.
Oh, are we going to recap it?
Do we need to?
No, I mean...
Well, I'm
Howie
kind of curious to
Mandel's
see where the show went wrong again.
Sure. I'll recap it to the best that I can remember. I watched it a couple days ago, so. And then
it opens with Scarecrow saying that making a joke about open relationships only working for gay men, and that's a big oof.
Oh yeah, that's not good. So Harley is still hanging out. Is still trying to get one over on the Joker, I guess. There's a whole extended sequence where, well, extended sequence. I mean the whole episode. They crash the Penguin's nephew's bar mitzvah, which is funny, I guess. It's a good concept.
There's a juxtaposition.
Yes, there's a concept here that I appreciate, which is that all of these villains are just at the kid's bar mitzvah. Like,
yeah, they're all just
Joker's
a bunch of
there.
dumb Midwesterners.
Yeah, Joker's there, Bane is there, Scarecrow is also there. I think Two-Face is there.
Kite Man.
And Kite Man, who flirts with Poison Ivy and
Gets shot down.
yeah, but he becomes he's there for the rest of the episode.
Oh no.
Who would turn down Kite Man?
Well, if you're Poison Ivy, I mean.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
But
also,
yeah.
Joker blew up Howie Mandel.
Oh yeah, that was a good gag. Episode
So far,
2
sounds
is
like you guys like this.
no.
No.
Episode
I'm mad
2
that Batman
is
didn't save him.
yeah. Batman does not show up at all in this episode.
That would have been
Oh,
funny if you
no.
had Batman show up and Howie Mandel talking to Batman, and they're just playing it completely straight. You know,
Episode
celebrity
2
episodes of Scooby Doo.
overall, I would say. Also, there's a subplot before I continue where Poison Ivy has to hang out with Kite Man because he accidentally turns a bunch of kids into plants using her pheromones. So she has to go retrieve the serum that she has in her apartment, and the only way to do that is the only way she'd be able to do that in time is if she uses Kite Man's kites.
Oh, wait, why can't you just let them die?
I guess because she's not a bad guy.
But she didn't bat an eye when a kid and his family died at her
Yeah,
apartment.
but he was like 15.
Also, they were already dead, so I guess there really was nothing she could do.
She didn't, like, kill the plant that's murderous, though?
No, that plant's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a recurring character.
Yeah,
he's
everyone
Brian.
loves him. Yeah, he's. So yeah, eventually at the end, the Joker, Harley keeps trying to like convince everyone that she's a villain on her own right, I guess. And at some point, she decides to do this by robbing
Look
the
out,
Mint. Yeah, but it ends up being that the Penguin's nephew's first job as a full-grown adult, who is also a villain, I guess, is that he is going to rob the Mint with hired guards that the Penguin has hired to just like easily. And Harley has actually beaten them all up. So then there ends up being a pointless fight scene where Harley has to fight Joker and I think the bad guys along with Poison Ivy and Kite Man. The only funny part of which is that Bane just sort of effortlessly beats the shit out of Kite Man because Kite Man got Bane. And yeah, that's about it. Bane is the most interesting part in the Harley Quinn show, so it's not exactly great.
It's kind of got this weird inferiority complex, which is a strange direction to take for Bane.
Yeah.
Like, there's a gag about him losing a trivia contest, so he decides to blow up the stadium associated with that trivia contest.
Mm-hmm.
And a reference to The Dark Knight Rises.
There's also, near the end of the episode, the Joker doesn't like what he ordered, so he takes Bane's meal, but keeps his own instead, just in case he wants to finish it, so Bane doesn't eat anything.
Oh.
Poor Bane.
But yeah, the episode is...
Also, there's jokes about finger banging. Because
well, yeah,
it's a bar
that's to be
mitzvah.
expected, yeah.
Why does that always come up with 13-year-olds?
They love the finger bang.
Why don't they just regular bang?
Whoa.
I mean, if
Think
you-
about that, and then ask yourself that question again.
Finger banging is a much more.
I mean, if they can't be banging, they shouldn't be finger banging.
It's a much more
either.
responsible way to bang. Why not?
If they've got the privacy, I'm just.
Well, actually, I think part of the reason you finger bang is because you don't have the privacy.
What? So they're doing like exhibition?
Well, you don't have to take your clothes off to finger bang, Stairmaster.
All right, let's go on to another discussion.
Anyway,
Yeah, kill all teens.
wow, this is somehow this is the most controversial opinion that Stairmaster has had. Yeah, so as for the Harley Quinn show, this episode was better, but not better enough.
I want to remind you all, I dropped it after 9 minutes.
Sad.
Yeah, it's a tune out.
Rest in peace.
So that's an official tune out for Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I'm sure they appreciate that.
Yeah, Marvel, we're waiting for our check in the mail. Anyway, yeah,
Did you
so
see anything
Keo,
good?
did I see anything good? Ooh.
Yes.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Huh. I mean, I watched, I saw, ugh.
Huh?
And no, that's it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alright, well, if there's nothing else, let's move on to the news.
Oh, did I
Uh-oh.
talk about Escape Plan? I saw that as well, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dice Alone.
Okay, give me your opinions in less than 30 seconds.
Oh, very disappointing. Sly Stallone was just like a fun vacuum. They really should have made it a Jason Statham film instead. I was just like waiting for Sly to leave this scene so they could get back to Arnie.
Sad.
Yeah. Sad. Sly Stone can no longer hack it.
Yeah, pretty much. I just kept thinking of Tim Heidecker's Decker while I was watching it.
So when are you planning on watching Rambo Last Blood?
Never.
Just checking. Alright, well, let's get to the news, huh?
A deep dive into the news of the grim world of television.
That's right. I regret to inform you that the nominees for the 2020 Golden Globe Awards have come in. The results are...
I won?
That's right, Kyoran. The Hollywood Foreign Press has issued you as one of their nominees for the Golden Globe Awards.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
Foreign Press?
That's right, the Hollywood Foreign Press, which I would like to remind everybody is a group made up of about 100 people who nominate for the Golden Globes every year.
Are they foreigners?
They're the Foreign Press.
So
it's
they
like
are
it's like the
foreigners.
French Foreign Legion.
Oh, okay. So we get like film guys from other countries, and if they give out awards, they get citizenship.
Yes. It's a weird system, but it does work. Anyway, the 2020 Golden Globe ceremony is going to be taking place on January 5th, hosted for the inexplicable 5th time by Ricky Gervais.
What? Wait, is this consecutively?
No. Or,
okay.
I don't think, no.
That would be pretty funny. Okay.
He was of course on that one show we watched where he was suicidal. Anyway, skipping through all of the motion pictures.
That
stuff
was a
because-
real tune-out, wasn't it?
That was a tune out, yes. Skipping through all of the
yeah,
motion
that made
picture
me want to
stuff.
kill myself.
Yeah?
More than usual.
Yeah, more than usual.
Skipping through all of the motion picture stuff because this is a TV podcast, boys.
Oh.
We're going to go into the grim world of television nominations.
Wait, hold on. How many nominations did Dragon Ball Super Broly get from the Golden
Zero.
Globes?
0.
Well, the nomination period was after that movie had come out, so...
Came out in 2019 in America.
0.
Oh.
Oh, no.
So, best television series in the drama category.
Game of Thrones.
No, actually.
What?
No Game of Thrones. Instead, we've got stuff like Big Little Lies, Succession, Killing Eve, and The Morning Show. If you're wondering, if you're trying to remember what The Morning Show is, it's the one thing that people remember from Apple TV Plus, kind of, because Jennifer Aniston's in it from The Friends.
What about Chernobyl?
Chernobyl's nominated in the miniseries category, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So I was getting there.
It is very small.
It is very limited. Musical comedy, stuff like Barry and The Marvelous Miss Maisel, I guess. The only interesting stuff comes when we get to best performances by an actress in a television series, musical or comedy, which features Christina Applegate, who got nominated for Dead to Me, a show that me and you did, Stairmaster with Connie, a friend of the show.
Yes.
She played the widow, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
And she's been nominated for that performance on a show that I didn't remember until I saw this.
I don't think I would give a nomination for that.
Yeah, or really anybody's performance in that show. Also, Natasha Lyonne won for a show that me and Keo-Rain watched without Stairmaster, Russian Doll.
Wow.
She was good in that, so...
It's like poetry. Every frame rhymes.
Truly. Meanwhile, when you head on over to the best limited series category, of course, you get Chernobyl. And another show we've watched on the podcast, The Loudest Voice. The Roger Ailes miniseries.
That's better than Chernobyl.
Oh.
Yeah. There's also Catch-22, another show that we almost watched.
Almost.
Almost isn't good enough.
Now, I almost want to go check to see what we watched instead of that.
Ooh, who knows?
Oh, probably only...
Anyway, in the best actor in a limited
we chose
series...
What/If.
We chose what?
What/If.
What the hell is What/If?
That was the Cuck show.
Oh, what? Yeah, that was the Cuck show. Anyway, this isn't the retrospective. So, yeah, in best performance by an actor in a limited series, you got Russell Crowe for playing gross boy Roger Ailes, and you got Jared Harris for Chernobyl.
Wow.
Wow. He played the role as the disaster?
Yes.
Yeah, he was Chernobyl himself, yes.
He was the power plant.
Who could forget the classic line, "I have become Chernobyl"? Best performance by an actress in a supporting role in a limited series also went to Emily... Well, didn't go to. She got nominated. For Emily Watson for Chernobyl, where she played an amalgam of different characters.
Is she competing against any big names in that category?
Meryl Streep for Big Little Lies.
I don't even know what Big Little Liar is.
Big Little Lies was a murder mystery show, I think. I never watched it.
Oh, she's probably going to take it then.
Yeah.
Predictions.
Either her or Patricia Arquette for The Act, another show that I don't remember. Anyway,
that sounds like a murder mystery.
Stellan Skarsgård also got nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Chernobyl.
Good for him.
I mean, he was good in that. Nowhere to be seen is the guy who vomits all over the place.
Well, that guy was an asshole.
Yeah, he played a good asshole who vomits all over the place.
Maybe that's why they didn't nominate him, because they thought he would do that.
It's very hard to vomit on cue.
Yeah, that should be...
Without
there should be
sticking
like
your finger anywhere.
Yeah, true. There should be a vomit category for nominations.
There should be like a vomit sign for the audience next to the applause.
Yeah, for when they get real sick. Also, Al Pacino and Joe Pesci both got nominated for The Irishman, so that'll be a fun category.
But not Robert De Niro.
Well, I mean, he did, but in a different category.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
All right. Well, that's it for the
Golden Globes.
The grim world of nominations.
The
I'm sure we're all
Globes.
looking forward to where the Globes go.
The Auric Orbs.
Well, they're not orange.
Auric.
Oh.
Anyway, let's go from the grim world of nominations to the grim world of misconduct.
Oh.
Did somebody throw a brick through a TV?
Did someone throw a shoe at our president?
Neither of those fun things have happened in this time around. For the first time in its 19-year history, CBS's reality competition, Survivor, has directly removed one of its players from competition. Contestant Dan Spilo was booted from the show over sexual misconduct claims.
Oh, no.
Now, normally this would just be a thing where we would say, oh no, and leave it at that. But the problem is that this is a second string of sexual misconduct claims that have happened with this guy since he's been on the show.
They gave him another chance, but turned out to be a bad idea.
Oh.
So, Spilo, Stare.
Like, how the fuck do you even... If you're on Survivor... Fuck.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's hot and sweaty. How can you be horny in those conditions?
You'd be surprised. Some people
Just
get
focus-
hot and sweaty.
Those are prime conditions to be horny.
Yeah, those are horny conditions.
Oh.
The weather's just right for horny. Anyway, he was at the center of a controversy earlier in the season when fellow contestant Kelly Kim accused him of inappropriately touching her and other female members of the cast.
Oh.
Gross.
So instead of those controversies, he was allowed to continue for a little bit until being removed by the producers of the show. And he was issued a warning for his behavior earlier in the season, but once it continued further, he was removed from the show, rather than through informal voting, which has happened before when controversies on the show have happened.
But how are they going to explain it on the show?
Well, they explained it with a nice little title card that stated Dan was removed from the game after a report of another incident, which happened off camera and did not involve a player.
Okay, but imagine this. What if he refused to leave and ran into the jungle? And waged guerrilla warfare on the show.
That would be exciting.
That would be, yeah. Like Jeff Probst is giving his speech, and suddenly he gets an arrow to the head.
Yes. I mean, if you're gonna go down as the rape guy on Survivor, you might as well
Better show.
put your life on the line.
Yeah, this is starting to feel like The Island.
I would watch that.
Wait, the island or the island?
Ooh, well, we'll have to find out 13 episodes from now.
I mean, there was a rape, just like the island. Attempted rape.
Yeah, true.
Like 2 in a row.
Speaking of Jeff Probst, the erstwhile host of Survivor, and also producer, I should mention. When asked about the incident, he cited privacy concerns and stated that with our contestants, welfare is at the forefront. We have spent a lot of time discussing every layer of the situation with human resources, diversity, and inclusion representatives, show therapists, lawyers, publicists, and standards and practices.
Wow, it took a lot of people putting their heads together to figure out that this guy was bad.
I like to imagine they're all on the island.
Like they're in the little meeting room where they vote people off.
Yeah, but it's a little hut.
Yeah.
It's like one of those bases in Vietnam.
I imagined it as a situation where first they get to the human resources and they're like, yeah, that's a bad guy. And then they get to the diversity and inclusion representatives and they're like, yeah, he's bad. And then they get to the show therapists and they're like, yeah, bad. Lawyers are like, also bad. Publicists said bad. Standards and practices said, yeah, bad.
So wait, who was the guy looking for the out then? Was it the Jeff Poops or whatever?
Jeff Poops was, Jeff Poops, I think, was trying to just save his own skin in the shows.
Oh.
Poops also noted that Spilo was initially angry at the news, but eventually accepted that he was being removed from the series, which sounds like something you say when you want to just let people forget about it. To keep in mind, this incident has happened 35 days into the 39-day season of Survivor. There are 5 remaining cast members, not including Spilo. And as you might expect, he will not be allowed to participate in the jury on the jury, which is the people who vote for the winner of the show's $1 million prize. And at the time, he is not expected to be part of the reunion special.
All right, I have a question. Do you think he will survive in the outside world?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
He's an animal, Derek.
Oh yes, he's a predator.
I mean, look at how many people it took just for him to get ejected off of this one show.
Took a whole team of professionals to defeat him.
Yeah. He's probably getting calls from Donald Trump as we speak.
To be put on Donald Trump's island. I'm
I'm making
my
an
own
island.
show. Survivor. Little St. James.
First candidate, Jeffrey Epstein. That's right, he's alive, folks.
They have to fight the kids who were trapped in the basement but escaped.
Who do you think the other candidates would be? So obviously Epstein's there. You got Spilo.
I'm just picturing like they unveil Epstein and he comes out of like a cage. He's like ripped and he's got manacles with chains attached.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be the host.
Oh, Epstein's the host?
Yeah, he's too rich to be a survivor.
All right, so it's just Spilo and like what else? Some other like
Chris
people.
Tucker.
Chris Tucker's there. Sure.
Yes. And Christopher Lambert and Prince Andrew. All people on his black book.
Bill Cosby will be there.
Oh yeah, that
Yes,
makes sense.
he is doing it in exchange for a pardon. But he has to win in order.
Well, yeah, that's what happens. The winner gets pardoned.
Also, suddenly Hillary Clinton is running, but she won't explain why. And this gets really cagey when asked about it.
She quote, just wants the experience.
Bill Clinton is nowhere to be found, though.
This show writes itself. Please, President Trump, if you're listening, contact us.
Also, President Trump, if you're listening, why?
Oh, that would be worrying, wouldn't it?
How scared would you guys be if he put out a tweet endorsing the podcast?
I would
be fearful.
I would be glad for the money we'd make.
I would not. It would not be worth it.
If you're so guilty, just donate it to Bernie Sanders.
Good thing.
Bernie will reject it because we're coming from us filthy people.
Yeah. I will not take money from Trump supporters.
I have no time for dirty podcasters.
I only accept money from Chapo Trap House. Anyway, moving on to slightly cheerier news, but also baffling. HBO Max, the streaming service for Warner Brothers Media, not to be confused with HBO Go or HBO Now.
Yeah, I'm not confused at all. I understand it very clearly what it is.
Is currently pitching a new spin-off. They've been plumbing the depths of their library to bring back shows like Gremlins and The Sandlot.
Movies.
What?
None of those are shows.
Movies as shows. Gremlins and The Sandlot. And so they have plumbed the depths for another film franchise that they could turn into another useless television show.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Much. Yeah, it's National Lampoon's Vacation series, the middling franchise where Chevy Chase and other people do stuff.
What does that mean, middling, Swanson?
It means
you got a problem with?
I mean, I don't have a problem with the first one.
Oh, what's wrong with Christmas Vacation?
It's all right, I guess. Some of the jokes are a little weak, and also there's a lot of homophobia.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, yeah, the series where Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo just sort of hang out with an increasingly different roster of children. Instead, they decided, what if they didn't go on vacation at all?
What, so they go to work?
That's right.
Ayo.
The show, this spin-off show, being produced by The Big Bang Theory's Johnny Galecki, who played one of the characters on Big Bang Theory. Not Sheldon. But also played Rusty in Christmas Vacation. He's on board to produce with the with everyone else who I guess produces these movies. The Griswolds would be a show set in the suburbs of modern-day Chicago.
Oh, so it's not even... It doesn't even have National Lampoon in the title. How sad.
Yeah. So it also means it's going to be modern day, which means that it's probably not going to be Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo.
It wasn't in the film that came out like 4 years ago either.
No, it was Ed Helms.
They had Chevy Chase in the opening scene.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's kids. The kids had grown up and they went on their own vacation.
Okay. Yeah, Ed Helms was the dad in that situation, and the mom, Golden Globe nominee Christina Applegate.
Oh, we are haunted by the Applegate.
The Applegate follows. Yeah, so it remains to be seen if any of those people will be showing up for this miniseries. Probably not, but you never know. People could be swayed with money.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't they just go on vacation?
Well, you see, Stairmaster, this is a show where they don't go on vacation.
But they could go on vacation, and then you'd be like, oh, I recognize this thing.
No, it's going to be a show where there's no vacation at all.
Yeah, the Griswolds are a wacky bunch. Don't you want to just see them living their day-to-day life?
I don't think anyone even knows what the Griswolds were. I think they just think of that guy as Chevy Chase.
I like it when a show's premise is that it's another thing, but not that thing.
Yeah. It'd be like bringing in RoboCop, but he's just a normal dude.
I mean, that is the first 30 minutes of RoboCop.
Yeah, but what if you were watching a RoboCop TV show and it was just him as a human?
Oh.
But it was called RoboCop, the TV show.
Or what if there was a Star Wars show that takes place on Earth and there's no space travel?
Oh, you mean Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, we all love that one.
Mm-hmm. It had aliens.
And also Big Trouble in Little China.
No aliens.
Oh, no, there were aliens in it.
Oh, yeah, there was that freaky guy at the end who harasses Kurt Russell.
Mm-hmm. I was talking about Indiana Jones, but okay.
What about a Breaking Bad prequel series where Walter's...
There's no Walter.
There's no Walter.
They did that.
Yeah, it's called Better Call Saul.
Maybe they're onto something.
I was going to say where Walter's a chemistry teacher.
Yeah, it's just him teaching chemistry to a Jesse who isn't paying attention.
Yeah,
and they got like the Irishman's CGI to de-age them.
Yeah, and also Joe Pesci's here.
He's the principal.
Walter, you're busting my balls.
I can't let you be playing with all those flames and shit. It's not safe.
What? You think I'm a chemistry teacher to you? What, I look like a chemistry teacher, huh?
Also, Walt Jr. goes to school with Jesse for some reason.
Yeah, and it's actually the same actor from the original series as Walt Jr., and they don't do anything to make him look younger.
He's in his 40s now, probably.
His 40s?
I don't know.
40!
Who knows? Not me.
How long do you think Breaking Bad's been out?
So anyways, this show, it's basically just relying on non-existent name recognition and the premise of a sitcom about a family, which may or may not be wacky.
Yeah, throw it in the trash, Swanson. Get it out of here. Swanson, right. I'm ashamed of you for greenlighting this.
I think you're going to lose Warner Brothers a lot of money, Swanson.
Well, it's going to be their money.
Do you not care about your career?
No.
My career as a pitchman? No. My real career is manscaped.com.
Ooh. We're going to get like $1.
Yeah, $1 for every pube shaved.
Wow, so that's a lot of pubes.
That's like $20.
Yeah, at least. Get the shaving, boys.
Okay, so
your money's on the line.
That's a tune out for the Griswolds.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
No.
Anyway, the last bit of news, and perhaps the cutest bit of news.
Aww,
Baby Yoda Mania has swept the nation.
Oh boy.
And that means it's only a matter of time before Baby Yoda Backlash sweeps the nation. But if you're waiting for the Baby Yoda merchandise, you'll have to wait until at least spring of 2020 when Hasbro has their new toy line ready, featuring things from The Mandalorian, including Baby Yoda.
Transformers Baby Yoda?
I think it's just Baby Yoda.
Oh.
What were you looking for? A Baby Yoda that transforms into Yoda?
No, it transforms into like a car or a spaceship.
I can't believe the corporate machine is going to make money off of this cute baby.
Yeah, how crass.
This ugly space goblin.
Yes. So I have a photo here of the toy, which is described by Hasbro as featuring multiple points of articulation.
Oh, it's time for Kyoran's Toy Review Corner.
It has a cup of soup to sip and one of those little frogs that Baby Yoda was trying to eat. Here you go, Kyoran.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so take this in and assess it.
Right.
Yeah, but also describe it for the listeners.
Okay, so we have the familiar figure known as Baby Yoda here in this kind of barren landscape. There's a craggy mountain in the background and some kind of like spikes with like polygonal like rocks on them. I don't really know what's going on here.
Perhaps he is in a cage.
No, the cage is too far apart.
No way he would be contained in that cage. And you know, he's just kind of innocently looking kind of off and up, like in the famous photograph of him.
Yes, it was a photograph taken at the scene.
The one that they put in the history books next to that guy getting shot in the head in Vietnam.
Yeah. And
on a long enough time scale, that probably will be true.
And he looks really snug in this outfit he's got on. He's got like some kind of scarf going on there. Is that what that is?
I think this is part of... I don't know if it's a scarf or if it's part of his like robes.
It's really woolly and looks nice and soft, and he looks comfy, and this looks like something very pleasant to have on your mantle.
So, what would you give Baby Yoda on this toy review?
I'm gonna give this 4 Lego men out of 5.
Oh,
wow.
All right, we have some new information here. What about this photo of him sitting down?
I don't like this.
Just for reference, here's what Baby Yoda looks like on the show. You can see that the scarf is kind of part of his outfit. And the toy makers dropped the ball in representing it.
No, this is dreadful. This is downgraded to 2 Lego men out of 5. Do not purchase this adorable little toy.
Uh-oh.
If you're a fan of Baby Yoda, you need to have his outfit correct, and this is not acceptable. And I urge you all to write a letter to Hasbro saying no.
Hopefully they'll get their game together for the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah, which will feature a cute Qui-Gon Jinn baby.
What?
Just a baby with Liam Neeson's face.
They've cloned my master.
I'm searching for black people.
Oh no!
And Obi-Wan is concerned.
I'm gonna buy a blimp and I'm gonna fly it over Hasbro HQ with a big sign saying no.
Yeah, it looks like Kyo's not a fan of this, and you might not be either. So why don't you go buy a Porg toy instead or something?
Oh.
Buy a Baby Yoda Funko Pop.
Yeah, coming soon, I'm sure. Anyway,
out.
The plushies, figures, and more from Baby Yoda are running the gambit of $9.99 to $24.99 for pre-order, if that's a thing you want.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will hawk money for that little baby boy.
For Easter.
Yeah. On Easter, Baby Yoda will rise.
Hopefully they make one that's small enough to fit in an Easter egg.
I've heard of Rise of the Skywalker, but Rise of the Yoda?
So how much are we getting paid for this?
$0.
10 whole nothing.
Okay, I thought we were getting paid on this.
No. Swanson, this is the news.
Let's just take Swanson's money, Stare.
Yes,
Oh.
give us your $2 you got from Manscaped.
Well, I can give you these Baby Yoda dolls instead.
Wow,
Aw,
I can resell
so
this.
cute.
Yeah.
No, mine. Give it back.
Little did they know, I knew that they were going to fight over the Baby Yoda doll.
Ow. Fuck.
They'd forgotten all about the money that I was going to get, that I owed them.
This.
Ow. Oh, my pubes.
And now, for the finishing blow.
Wait, no. We have to
Burn in hell, Stare. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Stairmaster can burn in hell after we're done talking about the rest of the stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's it for the news. So let's head on over to a segment near and dear to everyone's hearts. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Stairmaster. Wow, very appropriate theme for what we watched.
The boys.
We watched.
The boys. The boys.
That's right. We're boys, and we like the boys. The boys are back in town. That's right. We got a little teaser for season 2 of The Boys.
The boys.
We
And
get
let me
our
tell
boy
you,
Anthony
guys.
Starr.
Yeah, he's there, and
We
he's
get
in
our
blood.
Boy Carl Urban.
We get our boy.
We get our boy Dog.
We get our boy, the French guy.
Our boy Giancarlo Esposito.
He is there, smiling. We get our boy, the guy who plays Huey.
We also get our girl.
Yeah, the girl.
Also, we see Anthony Starr like rip a guy open somehow.
I don't mean somehow. He has superpowers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I ripped his face off. It was nasty.
There's a lot of punching and kicking and throwing.
Show looks
And shooting.
violent. This show's not suitable for children.
There's a lot of blood in this trailer. It's almost as if this is a show that's for the boys.
Or perhaps it's for the men,
Oh.
since it's for mature audiences.
Well, I guess you would have to decide for yourself whether or not the boys should be watching this.
I thought the show was made by boys, for boys, about boys.
Yes, B4. Yeah, this is, look, it looks like there's going to be some thoroughly broken boys in this one.
Oh, my boy!
Yeah, although there is no sign of Jonathan Banks, so who knows if there will be any broken boys, for sure.
What if they massacre a boy?
How do you massacre one boy?
Yeah.
I thought a
You'd be
massacre was like
surprised.
for a group of boys.
Mm.
I think you're thinking of slaughter a boy.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, they
They
did
definitely
technically slaughter a boy in the first season, so...
No, they definitely massacred my boy, Keo.
Okay. You know, I'm not
Hey.
going to question your use of words any further, Stairmaster. I trust you.
Yeah.
But thank
But
you.
yeah, there's no actual, spoken dialogue, really.
No. Well, we get a bunch of middle fingers.
Yeah, and we get Carl
Which is
Urban sipping
dialogue.
some tea. Which
I
seems
love
like
you,
that should be a meme.
Maybe it will. Maybe it won't.
Do
We only
it.
get like a one flash. We get like one split second of Black Noir.
Noir,
Noir?
yes.
Noir.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't speak, so what are you expecting from him?
Well, nobody speaks in the trailer, so.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak at all. He's sort of his presence on the show is to just sort of stand there. He's like Boba Fett.
They should put Boba Fett in The Boys.
What if Black Noir took off his mask and it was Boba Fett?
If you got the helmet underneath the mask,
Mm-hmm.
and he just flamethrowers a guy.
Worth it. And then you can get a crossover. The crossover we've
Yeah.
all been waiting for. Disney Plus and Amazon team up for The Mandalorian meets
Sorry,
The Boys.
that's a tune out for me right there.
Oh no.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I like season 1 of The Boys, so season 2 looks just as violent as the first season, if not more.
Yeah.
Hopefully there are sexual themes.
Yeah, I mean, we don't see anything of the deep sexually assaulting anybody or any sea creatures, so...
Yeah, is that what you're looking for? Is sexual themes in The Boys? Because that was the most uncomfortable part of season 1 for me.
Yeah, that was probably the most... Yeah, wasn't really the best part.
I don't think there was only like creepy sex and
Yes.
rapey sex in season 1.
Well, let's not forget there was also killing sex.
The Killing Sex by Alan Moore.
Isn't killing sex also kind of creepy?
Yes, it is kind of.
Well, some people might be into killing sex.
Well, they're creepy.
Oh, don't yuck any yums, Kioran.
Wait, what?
Look, I'm going to draw the line at murder during sex. That's just not okay.
So Kioran's not a fan of vor. Got it.
That's not murder. That's
Well, I mean,
eating.
not all vor is murder, Swanson. Sometimes they don't get digested; they're just in their tummy. And
It's true. How do you know that guy isn't just... Well, I guess she is also dead, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Anyway, The Boys, Season 2. Coming soon.
Oh,
If you haven't watched
0
Season
4.
1, what the fuck are you doing? Go watch it! It's got the TV Tuner's stamp of approval. It's one of the rare shows all three of us have watched. All of.
It's a fun show for part of the
the
family.
family.
For part of the family. And you know which ones we're talking about. The Boys.
My dad didn't like it.
Too sexy.
Was he like, oh no?
What's wrong with Carl Urban's voice?
Are you sure he wasn't just turned on by Anthony Starr's animal magnetism?
Maybe, and that's why he ran away.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Did your dad say this has awakened something within me? I can no longer partake.
I was not there while he was watching it, so not confirmed.
Yeah, I hope you dig further into this when you start watching The Boys Season 2. Mention it to your dad and just see what he thinks.
We'll see.
Anyway, that's it for Trailer Blazers. So let's head on over to the grim world of television.
We've been there. We are there.
Well, it's the main event time.
Oh!
No, this is the wonderful, pristine world of anime.
Yes.
Huh?
Finally.
That's
yeah,
right.
me and Stairs domain now.
That's right. Last year, around this time, we watched an anime, JoJo's
nothing
Bizarre
was on.
Adventure, to be exact. This year, there is stuff on, but we decided to keep the tradition going. My boys, as you may know if you're a fan of the show, Kyorain and Stairmaster, they sure do love their anime. And I decided to give them a bone. And in a way, the roles are reversed in this sort of scenario, where I am going to be the curmudgeonly sort of
Naysayer.
naysayer, and you two will be the ones telling me why I should like this thing.
I wonder what that means for your review.
I mean, it was okay, I guess.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
whereas with JoJo, we watched something that was already known to all of us. This time around, we watched something that I think was a bit unknown, right?
I didn't know it existed until you pointed out to me that it existed.
I knew it existed.
We watched
mildly acclaimed.
We watched Fire Force, a show that is listed in the most popular on Crunchyroll, which is why it was selected. Well,
And
one of the reasons.
And animated by David Productions, the studio behind JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Really? Because the animations don't look similar.
They were
I'm sure they had a different director, Swanson.
They were
Well,
kind
yeah,
of
but I mean, the animation studio don't they have some sort of underlying style?
they were
They
kind of
could-
trying
no.
to make sure it looked like the other anime by this author, Soul Eater.
Oh, this is by the Soul Eater guy?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This sort of has that energy of a shonen guy's second work.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It means that it's giving off the vibes of somebody who's just already done it and doing something different.
Yes, sure, why not?
All right.
Anyways, we open up in like this Netherlands, Japan land,
I mean, it is Japan.
but it looks like the Netherlands, sort of architecturally.
All right, but I mean, it is Japan.
I'm not saying it isn't Japan, Swanson. I'm just saying it looks like it's the Netherlands.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely some weird combo of Japan and Europe.
Yeah, so this guy blows up.
Oh yeah, we cut to the subway train, and this guy just exhales a little bit of fire, and his whole immediately burst into flames.
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when that
I
happens
hate when
to
I'm
you?
on my commute to work and a dude bursts into flames. So inconvenient. Like, I just want to go do my 9 to 5 and go home. But no,
That's
this
why
guy's got to burst into flames next to me.
See, this is why we don't have to worry about this in America, because we're forced to drive to our jobs.
Yeah, it is better.
This would not be a problem on the freeway.
Yeah,
Well,
instead
yeah,
we can
it's
just...
Go around.
Instead, we just have like a flaming guy driving his car, ramming into stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Instead,
what
you
if
can
the car-
die horribly in an accident.
Oh man, what if the car became part of the flaming guy?
I would not like that at all. Flaming car? No thanks.
Anyways, we cut to our protagonist, a Japanese
Yeah.
schoolboy who sees the fire and he's like, "Damn, I want to get in on that."
This is a thoroughly anime dude.
He's got red hair, sorta. He's got fangs.
It was a weird juxtaposition for me because everyone on the train just looked like normal ass people. And then we see this dude who looks like who couldn't look more like he stepped out of an anime because he's in an anime.
Mm.
He is an anime protagonist, which is a particular type of person that you can identify from any angle in any direction.
Yeah, he's got a sort of Naruto energy to him.
Oh, yes. And then we get firefighters running in doing the Naruto run.
Yeah, they run in. They're wearing
We get a-
firefighter-esque gear.
One's a nurse, sorta. There's a guy with glasses who looks like Aizen from Bleach.
He has a
Uh-huh.
There are
gun.
none. Oh, wait. I wrote my notes down. I think I'm talking about the nun, not a nurse.
And then there's also a nun
Ugh.
who she has the important task of praying for people.
Yeah, it's
We're
really
not...
it's really important because you got to give him peace before you
You have to give him the last rites.
before you
This is a
eliminate
Catholic
them.
Japan, by the way.
Yeah, it's sort of like how when you die in America, the nun has to show up and give you your last rites before you can pass away.
Yes.
Otherwise, your soul is forever trapped.
Yeah, except
Yeah, in America,
except
instead of fire people, we have mass shootings.
yeah.
That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, and the firefighters don't really do much to stop that.
Well,
We
yeah,
don't
they
sort
just
of
have
have-
regular.
Hmm?
They just have regular fire axes that
Yeah.
don't shoot projectiles.
We don't have any like gun kinetics.
Besides Keanu Reeves,
Yeah, and he can only
Who
do
can-
so
who can-
much.
he
He's-
can only be in one place at a time.
He is not on call for mass shooters at all.
Yeah, so far he has shown up to 0 of them.
Anyways, when Kyo was describing the show to us, he was really hyping up the firefighter nun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not.
I was expecting her to be wearing way less clothing, to be honest.
Well, we do get that later. Anyway,
Well, I was just curious as to why she was there.
she's there to
Pray.
pray. Clearly,
Yeah, well-
a very important role.
Well, yeah, it turns out people will randomly turn into these pseudo demon creatures known as infernals.
Pseudo?
Yeah, they're
I mean,
not
they're
little.
fiery and evil looking.
Well,
I think they're just demons.
no, they're not demons.
This is a little Attack on Titan where they just sort of spoilers. Humans just turn into these things.
Yeah, it happens seemingly completely at random.
It's sort of
Yes.
like Blade Runner, I think. Except instead of just being berserk, you could catch on fire.
And also, it's modern. It's like arguably modern-esque day, and
Hey.
not the far future.
You catch on fire and start burning things around you. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so
these firefighters lay
Yeah.
down the beat down.
Yeah, they laid the beat down. It's kind of a fun action scene, and then our anime protagonist does his thing. The animation's a little janky in spots, I think, or is it just me? Feels like the transition into like 3D models doesn't work. It doesn't work as well.
Yeah, they're still figuring that out.
Yeah,
that happens in like every anime that tries to put 3D in.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a few years from now they'll get it.
But yeah, because it felt a little janky when we cut to like the 3D background as he's skating around.
Oh yeah, by the way, this guy has fire feet.
Yeah, this guy has what is referred to as the devil's foot.
He could jump, he can run, he can fly.
Yeah, all with fire on his feet.
He can kick.
And that means he doesn't wear any shoes or socks.
Yeah, they'd burn up.
And if you think that's quirky, wait till you get a load of his next stuff. Anyway, he has a standard. We get he shows off his powers or whatever, and then he reveals he's he's the new enlisted guy.
So we cut to the fire cathedral where the firefighters live.
Yeah, I wanted to before we get to the cathedral, I want to talk about the anime opening. I mean, the opening, is a standard practice in anime. I feel like
Prestige Television has stolen the intro concept from them.
Well, actually, I was going to say, in difference to American television, where the opening is shorter and shorter, the anime opening seems to roughly stay the same regardless of...
Always 90 seconds so they can get the song in.
Yeah. This seemed like a pretty standard anime opening. I don't know.
Yes.
You guys are the experts.
A big guy. It looks nice, but there's nothing new. And the song is... It bops a little bit.
I like it.
Yeah.
Also...
I feel like I've been, sort of spoiled by looking at JoJo openings and endings.
It's not as good as Fighting Gold.
Yeah.
And also, spoiler alert, as far as I know, this does not this thing depicted in the intro are just for the intro.
Oh, yeah.
So there will be no point in which the truck seems to careen off of a cliff and then land at the bottom of some sort of basement.
I mean,
I'm sure that'll happen at least twice, but
not during the part of the show where this intro plays.
All right.
Anyways, it seems like they blow up the entire refinery they're fighting in during this opening, which seems very counterproductive to firefighting.
There was a giant thing there. You have to stop it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're at the fire cathedral. The glasses guy is kind of putting him through the ringer.
Yeah, they operate out of
he's really fucking buff.
Well, they're all buff. They're firefighters.
But yeah, I know, but they're like really buff.
You gotta be buff to chop those axes and...
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at their muscles.
Yeah, like that lady. She was buff too.
Yeah, I want her to beat me up.
Yeah. They operate out of a cathedral, which is a very, that's kind of cool.
That's like a weird mechanical underbelly that they walk through.
Yeah. We get a lot of exposition going through here because it's the first episode.
We establish that our protagonist, Shinra, smiles when he's nervous, just like the Joker.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Are you saying he's twisted?
Yes.
This kid right here, he's twisted.
But he wants to be a hero.
Yeah, so did the Joker. Anyway, we can only look forward to this, the American adaptation of this, where Joaquin Phoenix plays Shinra, a character who I think is 15.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably 15. That's a standard protagonist age for a shonen.
So then we get some fan service.
Oh yeah, we get the token two females taking a shower or bath since it's Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I know that this happens in anime a lot, but why did this happen?
Because the boys like to look at that.
Well, yes, I get that, but I mean, why they're in the why did this scene wasn't this scene didn't need to be in a shower. The conversation was not indicative to showering.
What sort of conversations are indicative to showering besides, oh, I need to shave my pubes?
Or, can you pass me the soap, Swanson?
Yeah, I would say very little.
I think it's just, I mean, Game of Thrones does this too. So it's not really just an anime thing.
I mean, yeah, I would say
I think
it's also
I think
bad
it's
there,
natural to have a conversation in the bath. Okay.
too. A conversation where you also sort of describe
don't
someone's
worry, this can be-
personality, apparently.
Yes, we get a description of the two females' characters. The ponytail girl's kind of a head in the clouds type, but
She
also
has a
very-
flower garden for a brain.
which I thought meant she was a lesbian, but that does not seem to be the case.
Why? Expand on
Because
that.
because flower garden is kind of a euphemism for lesbianism.
So she had
basically.
vaginas on the brain. It was your
Yes. Yes.
instead of just being sort of dumb.
Anyways, there's a conveniently placed mist over their asses.
I can't wait to buy the Blu-ray release where the mist is gone.
Oh yeah, that's why they did it, Swanson, so they could sell those Blu-rays.
So they can sell DVDs where the mist is gone
Yes,
and you see
and-
their butts.
And action figures that 5 people will buy in total for
I've never heard somebody say the
$100 each, and then ejaculate on and post pictures to Reddit.
I've never heard somebody say the word butt with such disdain.
Boy, you guys sure are making me want to watch more anime. Can't I just stick to Japanese pro wrestling?
I guess.
There's fan service there too, but at least it's like
Gratuitous.
Yeah, but on the other hand, everyone's breaking their brains making that.
not everyone.
Only like three quarters of them stare.
Yeah, you're right.
Only the ones that do actual headbutts.
Yeah, I would definitely say that the exposition on these episodes was a bit high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this first episode in particular, because we also get a tragically mysterious backstory.
Well, it's... Yeah, I guess it's not...
It starts out
Mysterious.
mysterious. Well, it starts
I
out
guess there-
mysterious, and then it's
Okay.
it's revealed throughout the end of the episode. But also, there is still a mystery attached to the backstory.
Anyways, we can all agree that the ponytail girl's cuter than the nun, right?
Sure.
No, I don't think so.
Oh?
Yes, it's definitely the nun.
Why's that?
She's adorable, Stare. What's your argument?
That's a problem. She's adorable. You don't want to wipe that.
Yeah. You need a girl who can beat the shit out of you if
Yeah.
need be.
Well, I can see your guys' taste now.
Anyways, we meet we get a flashback to our protagonist Shinra's mom, who's the other competitor for Girl of the Week this week.
Wow. I don't think I've put the
on our
nun
anime
above the
podcast.
mom.
The mom is kind of cute.
She's also turns into a fire demon.
No, she burns to death. Big difference.
Well, we don't know that.
That's pretty much confirmed. She burns to death.
Yeah, we hear her in the flashback shouting to get away, which none of the fire demons we see in the show speak.
How do you know that's not going to be a thing where it's revealed that she was a fire demon?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Either way, I'm pretty sure she's
Anyways.
dead.
In this flashback, it's established that everyone thinks he killed his mom, just like the Joker.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
much like the Joker, everyone calls him a demon?
Yes.
Yeah, if it was her who turned, there wouldn't be any suspect of him doing it because she would obviously be the one who burned up.
I guess that's true.
Also, he is the kid with the fire coming out of his feet sometimes
And also, he's smiling the whole time when they're.
because of his
Yeah.
brain problems, just like the Joker.
Wow,
He
this,
lives
guy's-
in a society.
this guy does live in a society.
Really
Wow.
bad society.
So yeah, he says that he saw a mysterious figure in the flames.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably Sephiroth.
Well, we get a very like Sephiroth adjacent minion in the next episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy seems like the type of person who would be like the heavy before the heavy actually shows up in an anime, so
Also, the protagonist's name is Shinra. Coincidence? I don't think so.
ooh.
Oh, how did you not pick up on that, Swanson?
I mean, I knew that it was Shinra, but I just figured that that was like a standard anime name. I don't know.
No, I've never heard it before.
You've never heard Shinra before?
Not outside of a Final Fantasy VII context, no.
Never.
So are we positing that his dad is actually Shinra from Final Fantasy VII, and that we're actually in a post the end of Final Fantasy VII world where people are turning into fire demons?
Oh no! What if it's like Jarek from 10? What's his name? Jarek?
Jekt?
The asshole. Jekt, the asshole dad.
So he's just Titus's brother.
Yes, that's a twist.
And instead of summoners, there's just nuns.
I mean, there is summoning going on in the next episode.
In a roundabout way.
Not really roundabout.
I mean, it's just controlling fire.
It's turning fire into these like sentient beings.
Into these like slime elements
that are murdered. Anyway, for the end of the first episode, he defeats what do they name this boss? They just call it the factory worker's wife or something.
Wife Infernal, yeah, because the factory owner's wife caught on fire and is now rampaging.
There's so many of them that they can't think of good names for them. They're just everyday occurrences. Swanson.
Yeah, the captain says it like it's the title of a boss fight.
I mean, they are like boss fights for them.
And it was the Shinra's first job, so
he was making it special.
Yeah.
Anyway, he kills the Infernal.
Yeah, there's a big to do. We can't really describe action sequences on the show.
I mean, he kicks him real good.
It's really good looking.
Yeah, it's animated really well, I think, which is kind of shows where they put all their budget, because there's a bunch of scenes where there's no faces and it's a still shot for 5 seconds while somebody's talking.
Yeah, they got like fancy fire effects going on and whatnot, like little GIFs stuff. Little GIFs.
Ooh.
Don't say GIF.
Okay.
There's peanut butter here.
Also, this is a very pretty and colorful show, we should mention.
Yeah, for the most part.
Where's it not pretty, Swanson? It can be one frame of the entire show that's not pretty.
There is one shot where you don't see anybody's face.
Yeah, those were kind of distracting. What did you think of those, Dare?
I don't remember any of that.
Really?
They're pretty noticeable, and I don't actually watch many animated programs.
Maybe I'm face blind.
Yeah, they have those wide shots where no one's face is showing and somebody's talking, and it's not animated at all. It's just kind of a panning shot.
Yeah, from someone who spoke at length about the animation of One Punch Man Season 2, I figured you would notice.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, and I think it's clearly either a time or budget thing that caused this, because they're obviously capable of animating really well, but there's definitely points where the budget for the scene was like $1.
Look, you need to know where you're gonna put all of your expense into. It's just classic directing and production of television, animated or no. And they decided that the best use of their money was in the action scene, which makes sense because they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good looking and fun and entertaining.
So these people thank Shinra for killing the Infernal.
Euthanizing.
Sure. They don't describe it as either of those.
Oh.
But yeah,
they describe it as putting them to rest.
Yes, because there's a religious subtext to the fire stuff in general.
Yes.
Yeah, but after a certain point, they do explain that they are killing them.
Yeah. In the very next episode, in fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get a cute little ending where he's like, "Yeah, so it looks like you're a hero from now on." We get a cut of his nervous face as he smiles.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he's a good kid.
So outros, you're the anime experts, but this is my take on this. Outros in anime tend to be the more experimental of the two,
yes.
Opening and endings.
Generally, yeah.
This one seemed like a fun one.
It seems like a flashback.
Yeah, it seemed like a fun little flashback.
We get a flashback to the nun at seminary school.
Missionary
And
school. It's seminary school. I'm just thinking about missionary school.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, there's a nice little, for some reason they mess with the art style a little bit, so it's a little bit more realistic. The faces are more detailed, and we get another shot of the nun's ass for some reason.
Nice.
Yeah, that seemed weird that was in here, but sure. Especially considering it's juxtaposed with her friends all turning into fire.
Yeah. So I guess this is a plot point. And I assume since she gets the outro all to herself, she's going to be the love interest and not the twink guy who shows up in the next episode.
Well, this is anime. No one can be gay.
But they can hint at it so that the people write doujins about it.
Yeah,
Well, yes, of course. I've watched Evangelion, so...
You can have the protagonist accidentally kiss,
True.
and then it means nothing.
Alright, do we want to talk about episode 2, or do we feel good?
We can talk about episode 2.
Alright, if you're the host.
I'm the host?
What?
If you're the host.
Anyway, what I was saying before we talked about episode 2 was that I liked the ending. It was a nice outro.
Okay.
That was good.
I don't know how, inventive
okay.
it is in terms of anime endings, but you guys are the experts in that regard.
I will not remember it by the next week.
Usually,
It's okay.
the endings don't really leave much of an impact on me anyway, so...
Yes.
Wow, Kyoren, not sticking around for the hard work of the animating and the ended animators.
I watch it once.
Name an ending you do remember, Kyo. That isn't the one from JoJo.
The one from Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, that is a good one. That one slaps.
Like, during the Chimera Ant arc?
Yes, especially. We should make that our closing music this
Oh,
week.
and during the Yorknu arc, too.
Yes.
These mean things. Anyway, the second episode opens up with another classic anime trope, the rivalry.
Yes, we get this, is he a twink or a himbo? I guess he's a twink and the glasses guy is a himbo.
Yeah, this guy's a twink.
Yes.
I was
Yeah,
not expecting him to be described as a twink.
I mean, isn't he? He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and boyish features,
And
Yeah.
no body hair.
and a katana. Yeah, this man has been hitting up that crop duster.
He does not have a
And
katana.
Lawnmower
He
2.0.
does not have a katana. He has an English longsword.
It's a katana. That is clearly a katana.
He calls it Excalibur.
That is a katana.
How?
He's clearly fashioned
too-
after a European night.
If it was a katana, he wouldn't be holding it on his waist like that. If it was a longsword, he wouldn't have it at his waist.
Correction, the creator of this show / manga did not know the difference.
Oh, no.
Despite having a
that confirmed?
strange obsession with Excalibur and King Arthur.
It's not confirmed, I'm just saying, how do we know that that's not the case?
I don't know. Kyo, did you ever watch Soul Eater? Or
Yeah,
read Soul Eater?
and I dropped it.
How much swordery was there in Soul Eater?
There was this little man with a cane called Excalibur. I remember that.
Wow.
That's
2 in a
about
row.
A callback!
Anyway, this guy is named Arthur Boyle. He's, I guess, supposed to be European.
Named Arthur. Just like the Joker.
His last name's Boyle because water,
Is a reference.
when water gets hot, it boils.
Also
Oh.
because of British director Danny Boyle,
Yes, a favorite of this.
who directed 28 Days Later, which has a big fire in it.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Anyway, the muscly lady creates a fire child.
Fire Elemental, a little slime from Dragon Quest.
Yeah. And it gets brutally murdered by
By Eisen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because fire is not a toy, kids.
So there's something in this that doesn't get brought up again because I guess it's going to be a running story on the show. Is that the there's a competition coming up for people in the departments?
Since it's a shonen, you have to have a tournament arc.
It's not an arc. It's like one episode.
Oh no! Why?
Kiyoori, you seem to be hinting that you've watched more of this than we have.
Yeah, I've watched all of it.
Nani?
Bakura.
Yeah, I came down with a bit of a cold, and as I was laying there in a feverish delirium, I decided to watch all of it.
Oh God!
Oh
Did
boy,
you have a fun? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
it's not finished yet, correct?
No, it's ongoing. We're up to episode 21 now.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I guess we potentially
So
know where
there's 4
Kyo's
episodes
going
left.
at the end of this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder what my final statement on the show is going to be.
So yeah, they do. There's a little bit of a fight sequence where Shinra and Arthur get to show off their abilities.
But they get their asses beaten by the ponytail lady.
Yeah, because
I'll get a cutaway of her in a sexy firefighter witch costume. Where you
Yeah.
can see her abs, which is nice.
that's necessary.
That's nice.
She also
Anyways.
conjures Ifrit, or I guess it's a bomb.
She turns the fire on the guy's feet and the sword into elementals, and then they merge into one big elemental.
Yeah, like
known
bombs.
as known as Bobo.
Yes.
Not to be cons-
Bo.
No,
Not to be confused with them.
Yeah. That is about 2 extra bows.
Oh, okay, so totally different.
Yes.
Much more
Well, he's,
powerful than that individual.
He's quickly murdered.
Yeah, by that class's guy. They forfeit the fight and concede their inferiority.
Mm-hmm. And everyone bows down before the might of Fire Lady.
Yeah, they also make a point that she can't make fire, she can only manipulate it, while Sword Guy and Feed Guy can make fire.
Yeah, there's different tiers to these powers.
Yes, the protagonist and rival at 3rd generation.
Yeah. I appreciate that they introduced this rival guy and then immediately had him get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun because usually in an anime like this, the rival guy shows up and he's mysterious and like way better.
He's also a total joke who seems to be delusional.
Yeah. It's kind of nice. It's a nice sort of change of pace. Anyway, so they answer the next call for a fire, and it seems like there's a secret fire starter here.
Oh yeah, there's a sneaky fire.
Yeah, this sneaky guy who makes cryptic claims about how there's interesting stuff going on in the fire department.
We got this guy like dressed like a European from the 19th century, and he's got like bandages over his right eye.
You think it's Jack the Ripper?
Maybe. Anything's possible.
Yeah,
Anything
it
is
wouldn't be the
possible.
first anime.
It could just be Jack the Ripper.
Or maybe he's like Jack the Arsonist.
Maybe he's that.
What if
Maybe he's that Cal from the Chicago Fire.
What if I told you that he is the Joker?
I could believe it.
Does he laugh like the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
No, sorry.
Oh, he's not twisted?
I don't know how twisted he is, but he doesn't laugh like that.
Anyways, they run into the most unlucky child in the world, whose mom turned into fire several years ago, and now her dad caught on fire.
Yeah. We get a little of backstory on the captain. This seems to be a very captain-heavy episode. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he won't die.
Heroically. Kyorain, can you comment?
He is fit as a fiddle. He's ready to go, ready to punch some guys.
Well, you know,
Oh,
there's
that's
still 5 episodes left.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, yeah. So he gives a little backstory that this is when he reveals that that they kill people. They don't just let them go to rest.
Well,
Huh?
I mean, that's what they've been doing in the first episode. They're just talking about the implications.
Well, yeah, but he confirms this for them.
Yeah, the captain
I
doesn't.
think it's for the audience.
The captain doesn't really buy into this whole religious thing, and he just kind
Yeah.
of says, "Yeah, this whole thing about putting them to rest, nah, bro, we're killing them."
Yeah, blonde lady, you're useless.
Yeah, and he tells them to like make sure that they don't show their weapons in front of people out of respect.
Yeah, he tells them to do that, and then immediately they have him out ready to go in front of people.
Those stupid little shits.
That's when he pulls them aside and tells them like, "Hey, don't be assholes." In a more anime way.
Just imagine how traumatic that is. It's like, yeah, the firefighters are here. They got weapons to kill your dad.
They should be lucky that they brought the fire axe and not the literal assault rifles you could see in the background earlier.
Yeah. So they meet with this guy, and he's just sort of calmly sitting there.
He looks
burning.
like the guy from Crash Bandicoot. His face a little bit.
Sure, I don't know who you mean.
The
Cortex?
Yes, the mask guy.
Oh, Aku?
Aku Aku. If he had a body of a man.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, he's not doing anything, and that's kind of freaking me out more than anything else.
Yeah, but Arthur brings up that this guy is still in pain, must be dealt with, so he executes him.
Yeah, it's definitely implied or directly stated that it's incredibly hard for somebody in that state to sit there like that.
And so he kills him, but it sets a trap, I guess? Is that what happens?
No, it looks like the European guy uses fire magic to try to crush them.
Oh, that makes sense. But the captain isn't
buff.
Yeah, he doesn't have any time for this shit. So he stops it all, and he's all like, "Yeah, I'm here to protect people's right to mourn," or something.
He's really mad that the picture of the family almost got destroyed by the collapsing roof.
Yeah. So then the storyline sort of ends with him giving
to the orphan.
Well, yeah, but he also I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but he sort of like gives her some of that religious spiel that he doesn't actually believe in.
Oh no.
He didn't really do religious. It was more of like just a kind of a reassuring speech about how good her family was and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, because her dad was sitting there instead of running rampant.
Which didn't even
fighting back the flame.
Didn't even slightly console her.
Yeah, unlike her bitch mother, who probably went on a rampage.
Yeah.
Killed a ton of people.
Yeah, instead she just cries. So then we end with like the scene that the scene that's for all of the people who want the gay relationship between the rivalry. Sure.
They're bunk buddies.
Where the knight talks about how he isn't going to murder him yet or something.
I think you're thinking of Gundam Wing.
The guy refers to himself as a knight.
Yeah.
Night King.
That is...
Yeah, and he talks about how he isn't going to murder the devil yet. I guess he just wants to beat him, not murder him. But still. He does seem to imply that he wants to also kill him, I guess. Which also gives it a sexual undertone that is...
Yes. He wants to penetrate him with his sword.
Yeah,
Translators note, a sword is a common phallic symbol.
Oh. And that's sort of the end of this second episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was okay.
I'll let Kyo go first.
Or maybe you should let me go first.
No, Kyo can go first.
I mean, shouldn't we save him for last?
Why? We already know what his opinion is.
I definitely was not impressed with the first 2 episodes.
Oh yeah, that's a common problem with
and
anime.
I had to I kept watching it to see where it went, and it definitely gets better over time. But if you didn't like the first 2 episodes and you're not impressed by them, it's probably take forever for it to actually get good for you. So,
by you, do you mean the general audience or Swanson?
For Swanson and the general audience.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
But
what would you call that, Kyo, right?
The show is definitely fun and enjoyable and entertaining, but it's not. It doesn't have a whole lot to it.
It's not groundbreaking.
Yeah,
it's well executed, animation-wise. Yeah.
The action's good and the characters are fun. And if you don't like the characters or the action, and you're not impressed by it, then I wouldn't push it.
No. That's the thing with shonens, is they always have a formula. Sometimes they're, in the background. Sometimes it's very on the forefront.
Yeah, and this show in particular had a problem with exposition, explaining stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And once you get past that, it gets a lot better, for sure.
So that's a tune-in?
Yeah, that's a tune-in.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Stairmaster?
I'll give it a tune-in.
Okay. Well, look, guys.
Bum, bum. Bum, bum.
Well, I don't know why my opinion really matters. It's going to be a tune-in regardless.
Bum, bum.
I feel like I got spoiled last year.
By JoJo.
JoJo is sort of a one-of-a-kind anime. It's hard to top the profound blend of beautiful animation and
You're
absurd.
Right. It wasn't gay enough.
Well, yeah, but also the blend of like absurd shit just going on your screen constantly with beautiful animation.
And bizarrely grounded mafia drama.
Yeah. So this is more of like a standard anime, which I guess is a good thing to dive into if we're going to make this a yearly tradition.
I mean, it's better than most of the shows we watch on this program.
I would say it's better than, most of the shows that we watch on TV Tuners. It's also average in terms of both, I guess, anime and TV shows in general.
It's better than whatever we watched last week.
Which we don't remember.
Yeah, we totally didn't talk about at the beginning of the show.
I just remember saying that.
I don't know. I'm a bit torn on this, mainly because it seems to steer into all of the anime tropes that I don't like. Like the rivalry stuff that's always prevalent, although I do like that they sort of flip it a little bit. The fan stuff is all in there, the fan service, unnecessary.
Yeah, that gets worse.
Full frontals.
I think in
guy.
the mysterious backstory where like there's a person that caused all of your pain and sorrow has been done to death. I don't like that.
So in conclusion, Swanson should watch My Hero Academia instead.
Maybe. Also, the protagonist in general. I feel like a lot of my problems with anime is that the protagonist is the least interesting character almost all of the time.
Do enough to set him up in these 2 episodes.
Like my favorite animes are the ones that have interesting protagonists. JoJo, Cowboy Bebop, Inuyasha.
Oh no, take it back.
that one was a joke. Dragon Ball Z.
I'm not. Well,
I don't like
you don't
Goku.
You don't think Goku's interesting?
Well, he kind of did. I guess he was I mean, there was an entire generation of shonens that had their protagonists be like Goku.
Yeah.
And that still kind of goes on a little bit today.
Yeah, but there has to be the original, and the original is Goku.
Yes.
Oh, I definitely like this protagonist's attitude. He's fun, and he pushes the story forward as best he can. He doesn't. And he's also not whiny, which is a plus.
You get to see his toes.
Yeah, those sweet, sweet toes.
All right. Well, I guess we know what Stairmaster's fetish is.
I have a confession to make. I'm actually famed director Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense now.
So it's now.
No wonder you're always saying the N-word.
It's now time for the official TV Tuners waifu discussion.
Waifu debate.
Well, I haven't given my opinion yet.
Oh, okay.
It's a tune-in.
All right.
Oh, okay. We did.
I'll give it a very sort of begrudging tune-in.
So Swanson, out of the I think 2 characters,
3.
3.
Yes, Ponytail Girl, Nun, and the mom.
We can't really count the mom.
Yeah, we're not counting the mom.
Come on,
she's dead by the time the show starts.
Oh. That is a fair point. But if we exclude the mom, then he's just gonna say the Ponytail Girl as his
true.
Ideal.
Well, by default, me and Stairmaster have already decided it's the Ponytail.
Okay,
Girl.
what if I describe the upcoming female characters and we'll add them to the discussion?
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Now, this first one's gonna probably upset both of you, but especially Swanson, because this next character is basically living fan service.
Oh no. Is it a pervert firefighter?
No, she is. I think you see her in the intro. She's the one with the cat ear power, and she runs on all fours.
Oh no.
Okay, I've changed my. This is a tune out.
Remember, this is published in Shonen Jump, magazine for children.
Yeah, part of one of her regular outfits is basically just an open fireman's coat with a big black bikini top.
Yeah.
Okay, how big are her jugs?
Not that big, average sized. And she has a canonical bad luck curse that causes her to get into pervy situations.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to rectify my tune in on this one.
This is specifically mentioned as something that everyone's aware of.
God bless Japan.
Where she will accidentally walk into something and have her skirt lifted up, or she'll walk into somebody's outstretched hand and have their hand go on her breast.
Okay, next lady.
Or just
please.
all of her clothes will just randomly fall off.
Next
But you
lady,
got to
please.
buy the Blu-ray to see it all.
I don't think they censor it in a way that wouldn't be covered by the Blu-ray.
Ooh.
Anyway, other lady, she has the power to. She's also pyrokinetic. She has the power to kind of give you vertigo by adjusting the heat.
Oh, so like that guy from Bleach.
Yeah, just like the guy from Bleach. And basically cause you to get dizzy and fall over. And then she'll walk over to you and jab her high heel into your chest and call you gravel at her feet.
Okay, let's see this.
All right.
I can see the gears spinning in Swanson's.
Now I think I want to tune in.
And she's twisted as well.
Oh.
Like the Joker,
And
but a lady Joker.
she also has a fire power that lets her summon petals of fire. It looks like Byakuya's Bankai.
Everything is like Bleach.
This is a very Bleach show when you think about it. The protagonist is a slightly cheerier Ichigo.
But does she have cleavage like the last one?
She's got cleavage going on.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So I assume these are from other fire departments.
Yeah.
These women.
They're from two different departments, and this other lady's the captain of the other one, but she kind of teams up with them after being bad for a little while.
Oh, okay. So they don't like her management style, and then there's a fire incident that proves the error of her ways.
More like they have an all-out fight between them.
Nice.
Oh no, Civil War.
Yeah, that's episode 4 or something, at 4 or 5.
Fire Force Civil War.
Anyone else?
Trying to think.
I'm personally looking forward to Fire Force Infinity War.
That's all.
Well,
that's all I can talk about without going too far into the show. So now we have 4 options to pick from.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with Ponytail.
I think I'm also sticking with Ponytail.
She is pretty good. I'm definitely going with the fan service one.
But I've made a official declaration that this is a tune-out after listening to that.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's go home. Guys.
But Kyo and Stair still like it, so you know what that means. It's a tune-in for Fire Force.
I mean, I approve of it.
Yeah, that's a tune-in. Look, it's no JoJo, but if you want an anime, you can't go wrong, I guess. You could do worse.
It's spectacle.
Yeah, you could do worse.
It's definitely
Probably.
something that'll entertain you when you're bedded up and can't move.
Yeah,
mean,
don't
for
watch
all the
Seven
shows that are-
Deadly Sins. Watch this.
There's not really much else going on this season besides My Hero Academy and Fate Grand Order.
Sure.
I guess you could watch the Phantasy Star online thing.
There's an anime about Phantasy Star Online.
Apparently, also they're doing a 3rd season of Psycho Pass. But, I mean, if you know Psycho Pass.
Oh, you know what I heard? I heard season 2 of Mob Psycho 100 was very good.
Oh yes, you should probably watch that instead.
Yeah, that's better than this for sure.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Well, that's it for
also,
this week's episode.
It's also short though.
Oh,
Short.
that sounds like my kind of anime.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode of the show. We'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
I found them.
Hey guys, it's time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. Stairmaster lights 8 candles a day.
I'm Kyle.
This is Steven.
Together we host a show called
Boar Meets World.
Tell them what we cover on Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
But that's not all, is it?
No.
No, we cover life experiences. Ours. Oh, son of a. Alright, just check out the show, please. We really need it. Okay? We need a win. Just check us out. We talk about the show Boy Meets World. Each episode of our show, we run parallel with an episode of Boy Meets World where we will examine the show,
That's way too much.
what happens, our life, how it relates to it, experiences.
I can't believe you're still recording.
I am recording this. Check it out, guys. You'll get some hilarious stories from me and Steven from our childhood. You'll get a great... I lost it.